the world with no regret, and that's all profit.
I did it again on the hater, man. I don't think they were ready for this.
They gave y'all the blueprint, man. Just get up and go get your bag. That's how you gotta do. All hustle, no love. You gotta work for this.
What's up, traders? It's your boy Ace Boogie coming to you live and direct with another trade recap. Today I traded FCEL. This one had massive volume, over 400 million shares traded on the day. And this one is a former runner. I traded this a few times. I traded it back when it was trying to break out over $1. And I traded it on a few of these first screen days as well. So this one is a one that's been on my radar for a while. I'm very familiar with the stock. It does have a heavier float, about 200 million shares on the float. So it needs this type of volume, to really get it moving to make it in play. But today it had a great multi-month breakout over these highs, over 350. You see when it ran up the first time, it kind of topped out right here under $3 and just over $3 and just over, under 350 here and right at 350 here. Well, today it broke out over that 350 level and it ended up closing right around $5. But it had put in the high of 580. So I was able to put together a nice quick dip buy trade that I want to talk about. All right. So I did a variation of my VWAP dip buy when trading FCEL today. I saw it going, or I saw it spiking really pretty much since the morning, and I knew I couldn't buy it on the spike. I had to wait for the pullback, and I was waiting for a decent pullback. So I move these out of the way so you can see. So the stock, basically spiked up to about 550, 552, and from there it pulled back all the way down to the $5 area. So when I saw that it based right here, and when it made a higher low, a slight higher low over that whole dollar area, I thought it was a good entry for a dip buy. And all I was looking for was to make 50 cents a share, really, for it to get back to the higher day and maybe test it, if not break out over those highs. And that's exactly what I got. I rode the all the way up to the high day, and as it broke out and as more volume came in, this is like one of the biggest volume candles. That's when I was selling. I was selling into that strength. And of course, it kept going a little bit more before eventually, coming back apart and coming back down to the VWAP area. Um, but it was two things I really want, to drive home with this video, and is whenever you look for VWAP dip buys, um, it doesn't always get down to the VWAP line. This is the VWAP line down here. Sometimes it goes down to the VWAP line. Sometimes it stops above the VWAP line in this example. And sometimes it goes through the VWAP line on this example right here. But you can't use the VWAP area as a specific point. It's more of a range, especially if it's near whole dollar areas. So if the VWAP is near, or if the VWAP is under the whole dollar level and the whole dollar level is holding, then the whole dollar level is the higher of the two resistance areas. And you got to use that area rather than trying to wait for it to get down to this area. Especially if you can see, bottoming candles right here, candles with the bottom wicks. It shows that it's it's supported right here. And when it gets down there, it can't even get down as low as these, wicks over here. So it's that slight higher low that really gave me the confirmation that, this area is going to hold and this will be a good entry. But you really got to look at the nuances. You really got to look at the volume. You really got to look at where these candles bottom out at. And you really got to pay attention to like the level two and stuff like that. So on the sell, I know 552 was the high. I had a line, a technical analysis line going across. And I was just waiting for the 550. I I played this pattern so many times. I knew what was going to happen before it was going to happen. Now I don't know how far it goes, but I know it can at least get back and at least try to test 550. And if it's testing 550 and the support builds up in the high 540s, then it's likely to break it, and that's what it did. And I think I took exactly 10% off this trade. I think I was in the 508 average after commissions, and I got out at 561. Yeah, so right at 10%, 10.39%. So decent profits, nice trade idea, predictable pattern, repeatable pattern, and profitable pattern. Now, point number two is the stock may keep going beyond your sell point, but it's always good to practice the predictable part of the move. Like I just said, this part from here to the test break is the predictable part of the move. Now, if it would have killed sits and kept going, I'd have felt a little some type of way, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't have because I knew what I was taking before I even got into this trade. Um, Fast forward towards the end of the day, it basically sold off all the way into the end of the day. Tesla was, or FCEL was trading kind of in sympathy to Tesla in its big run up today. So because Tesla was doing so good and FCEL is an electric battery company for electric vehicles, that sector momentum carried into FCEL, which gave it 400 million volume in the day. But Tesla was kind of selling off into the afternoon, right after 1500. So FCEL started to sell off, but right at the close, they offered another decent, VWAP dip buy. Considered, the area of support and resistance. The support was in the low fives. It got down to the low fives, and the resistance was in the 550s, 560s. It got all the way up to 567, and this was in the after hours. You could look did the same trade and made a whole nother 10% right here in the after hours using the same technical analysis and almost the same pattern. So that's how powerful these VWAP dip buy patterns are once you begin to master them and understand them and see them real time. So I think FCEL it should gap up tomorrow, being that the breakout that it is, this nice, multi-month breakout. The daily is pretty good. It is on the one, two, three, fourth green day in a row. But this green day right here is it's like a consolidation day. It almost acts as a red day. Um, so we'll see what it can do. It's at 5:55 now after hours. We're closed. So if it can hold that gap and push up above, 586 dollars, um, this thing can really get running. I think the next level of resistance is probably like the sevens or the nines. So here is for something. Yeah, so the next level of resistance is 660. If it can get over $6. So then 660 goes all the way up to $11 or $8. So we'll see how that works. But I would be really wary of buying it up here unless it's really only on the dips. If you take the dips, it's better risk reward. Get in. have more upside. If you take the dips, it's better risk reward. If you try to buy these breakouts, you can get a little percentage in, but it's not going to work as well as buying the dips on overextended stocks. So that's just my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth. Spend it for where you can. That was my trade. Made 10%. I look for trades like this every day. If you have any questions, hit me up in chat, Twitter, AceBoogie2488, and I'm out. Peace.
Harder than the next man. That's how I got it. Demanded all of my respect, man. That's how I got it. Make sure I keep the check coming in.